I'm replacing the engine shock absorber on my car. That's what it looks like on the car. Mine's 34 years old. It's original, and I'm sure it's shot. I printed out the EPC. They have all the parts numbers, and the shock has been superseded to a newer number. That's that one. And the SG, that's a Stabulus number. So here's the shock, there's the Stabulus number, and you know, these are what was on the car originally. They're still made in Germany. They're good parts. 41 is the kit, and that's got all the hardware and the rubber mounts. That's the part number. And there's a Mercedes part number. It matches mine. So I got those. You need a set. You know, there's one on each side. And then here's what they look like in order. Nut, washer, buffer, washer, shock, buffer, dust cap, washer, and nut. So I'm ready to go. So I got my W126 up on jack stands, and I'm going to take this nut off the shock. Right here, this is the nut that comes off. It's a 10 millimeter. And then the diagram shows that flat spot right there. So you have to hold this stem off. And I'm just going to lock on some pliers, and then I'll be able to get this nut off. The top you don't have to, because it doesn't move. That's connected right to the shock itself. This is the shock on the left side. I'm going to lock off the shaft with these vice grip pliers like that. And then this is a 10 millimeter nut underneath. And that came off really easy. I put penetrating oil on here last night. These aren't down there very tight anyways. Okay, got the nut off. Okay, next I'm going to get this bushing and washer off. Like that. And the bushing's got a taper, and that goes up in like that. I'm going to try and collapse the shock. There we go. And then get the 10 millimeter up on top here. Okay, I've got the ratchet. It's a 10 millimeter. I got a deep socket so I can clear that AC line right there. When you turn this, the whole shock's going to move. So you have to hold that with one hand until you break the nut free. Okay, I got the nut loose. I should be able to get it off with my hand now. Yep. Okay, there's the nut. Okay, I'm going to pry the top off with this screwdriver. There we go. That fell down. It should pull out like that, and then it just lifts right out of the bottom like that. Okay, well, here they are side by side. Here's the old part. You can see the rubber is deteriorated and it's compressed. It's not as thick as the old one. These rubber buffers are really flattened out. The part says made in W Germany. That'd be West Germany. So that'd be pre-1990. Stabulus, that's the same as the replacement part. It's got the Mercedes logo because it's a Mercedes part, and their part number 1232401048. And that's this number right here, but that number has been superseded. That's the part I ordered, and it's identical. So I'm going to get the new part on the car now. Got the rubber buffer on top. You can see the curve faces up, and then the washer and rubber on the bottom, and that tapers down. I'm going to start by putting it into this hole in the bottom first, like that, and then the top, it's slotted, so you just slide it right in there, like that. Then next I've got the rubber and the cap for the top. Put that on there. There's a small washer, then the self-locking nut. Get that started by hand up there. Okay, I got the wrench on it. This side, there's a lot more room in here to get the top nut on than there is the other side. It's a lot easier to work with. You can see the shock's turning, so you have to hold that with one hand and tighten the top. Okay, I got the vice grips on that flat spot on the shaft, holding that down. Now I'm going to put on the rubber bushing, like that, and then the washer, like that, and then I'm going to put the 10mm nut on. Okay, well, that'll hold it in place. Let's put this on. These get torqued down to around 9 Newton meters, anywhere from 8 to 12. I'm holding the shaft with those vice grips. I got my torque wrench set to 8 Newton meters. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to set this up to 10. This is the final setting, 10 Newton meters. Alright, take that off. Well, that's it. Done. Okay, I got the new engine mount shocks in. And normally when I start the engine cold, the vehicle shakes pretty bad for about 10-12 seconds. And sometimes even after it's warmed up, if I got it in gear and I'm stopped, it'll also shake. And I know it could be the motor mounts. They didn't look bad at all, so I'm hoping it was the shocks. So here's the first test, cold. Wow. Yeah, there's absolutely no shake at all. Let me put it into gear. Nope, nothing there either. Oh, that's nice. Alright, well, that fixed it. Good.